Hey everyone, the CEO of the company I'm talking about today is a complete neat freak, and she loves efficiency and cleanliness. So one day after returning home from a month-long business trip, she found herself repulsed by the amount of dust that had collected on her makeup brushes. She scoured the internet for a solution that would satisfy her need for sanitization as well as protection from the dust. As she came up empty-handed in her search, she decided that with the support of her friends and the support of her family, that she would create her own solution to this problem. Now, 2 months later, she launched a campaign on Kickstarter as well as Indiegogo, and that's what ultimately helped her to raise the money she needed to start her products. Now, my name is Domingo, and on today's Fresh Face Friday, we're going to talk about tools that help you get that look that you're needing. Now, today we're talking about the company named Brushean. Now, this LA-based company launched a product that really helps to revolutionize the countertop makeup users everywhere with the use of a makeup brush sanitizer. And Brushean CEO, Christina Powell, has said that they take the cleaning off your to-do list and keep your brushes in a safe and clean environment. You can feel confident that knowing the tools that you use on your face, and in some cases each and every day, will be sterilized and make sure that they perform at their best every single time. And to top it all off, they're combining cleanliness and organization in one product that was built to truly simplify a makeup user's life. Now, before we get started on that product, we're going to talk about a couple other products they also have as well. So first, we're going to talk about their actual makeup brush set that they have that complements their cleanser. So what we have here is a brush set that's going to help bring ease and luxury into the process of creating the look that you're looking for, with a nice 5-piece collection that can go with you anywhere or stay on the countertop. They also come in this really nice travel case as well to keep them stored and organized. But what makes these brushes so special and what's the technology behind it that's going to allow you to get that look that you're wanting to achieve? So first, let's talk about the synthetic hair that they use to ensure that you get a proper and comfortable look. So why synthetic hair? So synthetic brushes have essentially bristles that are made out of nylon, polyester, other man-made synthetic fibers. What's really great about this is the fact that these do not have cuticles. And what that means to you is the fact that they're not going to absorb so much product, whether it be a liquid or powder, that it's going to be wasteful, and you're essentially just throwing money down the drain by using too much product. They're actually going to be a lot less absorbent because of that, to apply the makeup really evenly, really nicely, while allowing you to conserve any of the makeup products that you're using as well. And honestly, my favorite reason for a synthetic brush is the simple fact that it's going to be soft. It's also going to be non-invasive to animals. So no animals were harmed, obviously, in the creation of these products. This is obviously a really, really nice form factor in the fact that you're using a synthetic hair. So what else is behind the scenes on this guy? So what's also really nice is the fact that they actually use a mahogany wood for the stem of their brush. So mahogany is used because it's extremely durable and it's resistant to rot, mold, and other forms of decay from different environmental factors. So if you think about how you use your makeup brush, you might get liquids on them, you might get powders, and even the oils from your hands can sometimes degrade a handle on a makeup brush. But the mahogany on this is going to be really nice because it's going to help you with the sheer durability of your brush and have a really nice long life out of that brush. So, how do you use this brush set, and what does it actually come with? So, Brushean's 5-piece brush is going to include a powder brush. It's going to have your foundation brush. You'll also have a blending brush, which is really nice. You'll have your eyeshadow brush. Obviously, you can't get a full look without that eyeshadow brush. And then last but not least, it's going to be your crease brush. So you're going to get all 5 of these wonderful brushes. You'll notice it's a really nice dark mahogany finish. And it's going to have this nice blackened silver finish on the metal piece that goes to the brushes and your bristles. Now the bristles are really nice, super, super soft, and feel really luxurious on the skin. And then on top of it, you're also going to get this case, which is going to be unique for a couple things. Either A, you can use this to store it on your countertop, or you can also use it as a way to travel nice, neat, and compact as well. It'll keep your brushes safe, which is going to be really a great use for this actual case. Now, essentially to use these, just like you would use any other makeup brush to achieve the essential look that you're going for, this brush kit's going to have every brush that you need to really maximize any look that you're trying to achieve, whether it be a day look or a night look. And let me give you a little bit of a pro tip. So synthetic fibers, and obviously we're going to talk about their other piece here in the collection, but the fact of the matter is you still want to make sure that you're using some type of alcohol-based cleanser after you use your makeup products. You should remove any excess buildup that you might have from any liquids or powders that you're using. And I would even recommend using either a mint-based or a eucalyptus-based shampoo, probably about once a month to get a really good deep cleanse, because the fact of the matter is when you use a liquid on this brush, some of it is going to eventually kind of seep into the bottom of the bristles. And so you want to make sure that you're getting really nice and getting that good deep cleanse about once a month to make sure there's no issues with your brush that might cause premature bristle loss over time. So definitely some food for thought when you're actually using your brushes. But yeah, it's a fantastic brush set. Again, synthetic fibers, that mahogany wood. And I do also want to point out that mahogany wood provides a really nice balance for makeup application as well. So really, really good consideration when you talk about materiality for these brushes. Now, the next product I want to talk about is their hero product and what this company really started out on. And this is the Brushean makeup brush sanitizer. So this makeup brush sanitizer is going to disinfect your makeup brushes at the click of a button, and it's going to kill up to 99.99% of all viruses, bacteria, and germs. So what exactly and how exactly does this work? So the first component of the process is the fact that it's going to use UVC light. So what is UVC light and how does that actually work? So what this is ultraviolet germicidal irradiation. Essentially it's a disinfection method that uses short wavelength ultraviolet light to kill or essentially inactivate microorganisms by destroying nucleic acids and disrupting their DNA. So it's going to render them essentially lifeless and unable to perform any of their vital cellular functions that can cause damage to our bodies, and essentially that one in our system. So we want to definitely make sure that you use that helps to cleanse and kill any of those things that are bad for us. Now the next thing I want to talk about is the ozone. So it does use ozone technology, and ozone is an extremely effective disinfectant against bacteria, viruses, and it actually uses gaseous oxygen with an extra atom loosely bound to the oxygen molecule. So this is going to be a really great way to help essentially just disinfect your products. So in a nutshell, UVC technology destroys microorganisms at the surface level. So essentially it'll disinfect anything that it touches or it sees, if you will. While ozone is actually going to disinfect between the bristles of your brush, so it can make sure it gets all those microorganisms that are within the confines of that space. So you'll have clean, sterilized brushes every single time for every single use. Now let's talk about how this actually works and ways that you're going to want to use it, because it's going to be a great product not only for makeup brushes but also for a variety of tools as well. But the way you use this is you essentially press and pop it up, and it can fit up to a 7-inch tool in there. But essentially you would just take your brushes and then pop them in there and then press down. And it's got a single button at the top of this. So essentially you press the button and the light will emit. It's going to allow you to know when it's actually sanitizing the contents of the Brushean. So what's going to happen is after 5 minutes, you're going to have fully sterilized brushes, or really any items that you place there. So I want to point out, so this isn't necessarily just for makeup brushes. You can place scissors, files for your nails, really any pens, pencils, also anything that you use that is going to be no taller than 7 inches. You place it in here, and it's going to allow you to destroy any of those viruses, any of those germs and bacteria that might be sitting on the surface that you can't see from the eye. It's going to allow you to place it at the click of a button and get all that sanitized and cleansed and ready to go for the next time. Now, the other beautiful thing is the fact that there is a plug at the top of this. And you're going to plug it in, you're going to get it charged, And with a single charge, you can use this for up to 50 different cleansing cycles, which is really, really nice. So you're not gonna have to worry about keeping this plugged in at all times. And the fact of the matter is you can go a really nice long time without always having to worry about recharging your actual device. Now, what are the results? It's pretty obvious. The results are the fact that you're gonna have virus, bacteria, germ, and dust-free brushes that are ready to grace your skin. And it also acts as a really great component in the fact that because you can store your utensils in here, it acts as a really, really great way to store any of the next clutter that might eventually take up time or space rather on your countertops. So what do I love about Brushean? So what I really like about this company is there's a few things. So first and foremost, it's going to give you peace of mind that you're actually using clean brushes that are sanitized, because you can know that there's going to be no germs, no bacteria, no viruses. Any of that growth is not going to be on your tools that you use for your cosmetics. You're also going to know the fact that because they're stored in here, you're not going to have to worry about dust buildup. It's also going to be a great way to not only sanitize and disinfect, it's also a great way to store stuff. So now your countertops can become much more clutter-free, because we all know, and I don't personally use makeup. Well, that's a lie. I do actually use some makeup. I use makeup all the time for this program. So what's nice is I don't have all my stuff, so I don't have my cosmetics sitting on my counter and my brushes, because we know that can quickly become a mess. So this really allows you to store your tools in one nice clean spot in a small section of your countertop, while you can organize the rest of your cosmetics. So definitely one of the great things. I also love the fact that they use synthetic hair on their brushes, and why I like it is it's cruelty-free. So it's really, really nice. They really do a great job of building a really nice synthetic bristle that feels luxurious to the touch, really, really nice, without needing to use excess products, which really in the long run saves you money as well. Now, that's going to be it for this Fresh Face Friday. And we took a little bit of a slant on it in the fact that we wanted to talk about tools that help you get the look that you're trying to achieve. So, while I would love to talk about other cosmetics, I can do that all day long. I'm going to cap it right here. But if you have any questions, obviously, hit us up here in the feed. But until next time, my name is Domingo, and I will see you next week. Have yourself